Westbrook really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. He gets it in there.
Spacing things out a little. Smart of Jokic to take advantage from that mid-range.
Outside Conley. Randall with a screen for Conley. And he makes good on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
And the first one at the line is good.
Perhaps the thing I will remember most when Russell Westbrook decides his career is done is how he brought competitive fire and spirit every single night, guys.
And so Westbrook makes them both.
What we know unequivocally is the best players being your hardest workers, the guys who want to be held accountable, make such an impact on your program, and that is Russell Westbrook to a T.
Now, here's McDaniel. He had 27 points last game, and he's good on the three ball.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
A fantastic dunk, and he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly, who knows, but there he is, and we see it very clearly. Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by, Conley sets a screen for Edwards. No good on the three.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Now here's Murray. His last outing, he had 18 points. Back to Westbrook. Clock at 6. Knocked loose, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley. Here's a chance now to see the league leaders in three-point field goal percentage. Jokic is second.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
Well, there is the defensive anchor of this team, Rudy Gobert, wreaking havoc on the defensive end.
You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. And I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Now, here's McDaniel. Following the miss by Russell Westbrook, the Timberwolves again can't hit.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Jokic passes to Murray. Jokic against Gobert. Fires it up. Jokic with the bucket.
And if Jokic has the position inside, forget it.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. He thinks they need to focus on speeding up Nikola Jokic rather than trying to slow him down. Coach said Jokic dominates the game at his own pace, so we need to put more pressure on him and not allow him to play so patiently. Of course, that's easier said than done. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David.